Hello. I'm going to continue up after polishing the barrel, which is on a separate video. You can look that up on the SW22 Victory. I'm going to start with the, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and start with the extractor groove on the barrel, and I'm going to show you how to polish that. Your kit comes with 1-inch square polishing paper, which is ultra fine. It's micro fine actually. You take and just fold a piece around your, this is a bamboo polishing rod, and you can see it's angled. It's angled to match the angle of the extractor groove. So you just simply take your paper, give it a little fold, place it in there, and just take a real thin viscosity oil. WD-40 works perfect. And that's going to act as a lubricant, but it's not going to be thick where the paper's not going to do its job. So all you do is work that back and forth. Now I've already polished all 3 of these, so I'm just going to go through the motions and show you how to do it. But a little additional polishing isn't going to hurt. It's just going to make it a little shinier. It's actually pretty shiny as it is. But anyways, you just work that back and forth, and you'll see the black on there. You'll see the aluminum on there. This polishing paper cuts this job like just a couple minutes. And that's basically, if I didn't already have this polished, you would only do this for about 60 or 90 seconds. And that's pretty much done. You'll actually see it getting real shiny just using the polishing paper. See the black on there? And it's done. So what I'm going to do is just take my bamboo polishing stick, and I'm going to use a cotton patch, and I'm going to take some of my metal, put that on a piece of aluminum foil so it doesn't absorb in, retains all the oils and everything that I need to polish. Because if you put this on a piece of paper, it'll absorb in. And just take your cotton patch, coat that with some metal like that, and just continue polishing until that comes up super shiny. It only takes a minute. And you're going to see how that turns black. And you'll feel it get real slippery. That's how you know you got it well polished. And I'll show you. I'll hold this up close to the camera. Hopefully you can see it because it's such a small. Just do that for about a minute, and then wipe that out. That's shiny. Then I'm going to take a clean patch and just clean out the extractor groove again. You can see a little black on there. The other side, hit it one more time. This will help eliminate a lot of ejection problems. Depending on the gun, a lot of times you'll see, and this one is a culprit also, the S&W barrel, you'll see some factory machine grooves in there. And you want to, of course, polish those out. And you will polish them out. It only takes a few minutes to do it. But that's what it looks like now. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to get an angle to where it'll look like a mirror. Okay, so the barrel's done. The extractor groove is finished. Now I'm going to move on. The hardest part to polish on this gun is the feed ramp. It's in the receiver and it's on a weird angle, but it's still not too bad. And the same process, you're going to use the same piece of polishing paper. 10 pieces of this come with your kit, so you've got enough to do 5 to 8 guns. So I'm going to take the cotton swab wooden applicator, and I'm going to take and just roll this up. Like this. So it's wrapped around that cotton swab. Then I'm going to take and dip that in my WD-40. Just lubricate it. and get in on an angle and polish. Back and forth. Now I've already done this, but I'll do it again. And you can see the black on there. And you actually see it starting to get shiny. And being stainless steel, you're not going to see it get as black as if it were actual hardened steel. Okay, so I've got that done. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my cotton applicator. If you break one, enough of these come with the kit. I'm going to take and dip my cotton swab applicator in my metal. You don't need much of this. And then just follow up and start polishing. And just get it on an angle where you can see in there. And you want to make sure that it gets nice and black. And it doesn't take long to do this. Like I said, just a couple minutes on each item. But this definitely eliminates the problems of the shells going into the barrel. They just glide right in there. And as you can see, then I'm going to follow up with a dry. Just wipe any excess of that metal out of there. And remember, the metal is a commercial type polish. It's highly used in the aircraft industry. And then that of course helps make this job a lot easier with the metal. And that is done. That's like glass. And this, I don't think you're going to be able to see down in there. It's such a weird angle. But anyways, that's highly polished. So we got our feed ramp done. We've got our extractor groove in the barrel done. And we're going to finish up with, very few people polish this, but it makes a big difference. The actual extractor itself. If you look real close on the extractor, you want to polish that little rounded curve edge. That's what you want to polish. That's where that edge goes into the groove and slides up over the shell and then ejects it out. That real sharp edge that you see facing the bolt, that's the part that grabs the shell and pulls it out. So you want to do the same thing. Go ahead and take your polishing paper and then take your stick on the squared edge, place that on there, a little bit of WD-40, and you just want to start polishing that edge. Now this is very, very hard steel, so it takes a little bit longer because it's really hardened steel. But it will polish up nicely. And like I said, I've already polished this, so I'm just going through the motions. This might take maybe 2 minutes of doing this. Doesn't take long. You can see the black on there. Okay, that's done. Then what I'm going to do is use my cotton swab applicator again, coat that with metal. And polish.